why we're doing this. I mean, I think there's a long historic precedent for people who are fighting for nature and fighting for trees, chain themselves to trees. And we had somebody who's locked in with a very serious device like metal arms, something that they would really have to get heavy duty equipment to bust up. And, we thought about it for a day, and I think the one person was willing to get arrested, one person wasn't. So when we decided 2 weeks ago to occupy this spot for the whole week, we just felt that this was part of our, just kind of a physical manifestation of the struggle that we're in, and we do feel like we're coming towards the point where we will be locking ourselves to trees and East River Park if that's where this goes, because we're willing to do civil disobedience, But I think here at City Hall, we're just actually using its trees as props for our desires to have trees and to love trees and protect trees, and we're bonded to trees. As human beings, I mean, oxygen is my bond to these trees. The fact of the matter is that trees pre-existed humans, trees created oxygen, trees changed the atmosphere and made it possible for human beings to be viable, and that's the absurdity of us killing trees at this point in time, It's certainly true in the Amazon that we don't want to lose, the rainforest, but here in New York City, we need the oxygen trees create, and it still is a testimony to how we got to be here. These large creatures that we are so connected to are extensions of our bodies, and vice versa, And it's tragic that we have so much to say about their fate now, and that we're acting so trivializing about that power. Well, we're doing this to save East River Park, which is a really great 56-acre swathe of land, parkland, biodiversity along the East River. And if you look at New York City, I mean, the Hudson River, that area is utterly developed. I mean, I remember I've lived in New York since the 70s. I remember when it was very funky and falling down. It was the end of a manufacturing city, so they were falling down wharfs, and you would walk out there in the sun and hang out and lounge, and people would make art and have sex at night, and it was a very, and it was like lots of sex trafficking and really edgy gay bars, etc. And those days are over. It was the meatpacking district. You could smell the blood in the morning, and at night. And those days are over, and it's utterly developed. And you go to the East Side, it still is. It's like, though the East Village is filled with packs of young people who travel in packs and barf on the sidewalk and regarded as the party neighborhood, it still is this very special part of New York where there's so many community organizations, still so many groups use the park. There's so many community gardens, and so the park is really kind of like the large. It's almost like the. So the park really is kind of like it holds down all the community agency and connectiveness of the neighborhood. It's really it's like our forest, it's like our meeting place. And so the significance of the city wanting to take that park away from that particular neighborhood is such a crime, and it's a crime against community. It's a crime against one of the last really, there's community all over the city of New York, but in a very kind of, in Manhattan, there's nothing like it, and to lose it would be to lose, in the same way that losing the trees is a forever losing that community and that connection to people and land and tradition. Families have had their, get-togethers there for decades, and it's like, it's brutal. There's several Instagram, I don't even know what we call them, Instagram addresses you should go to, and one is 1,000 People, 1,000 Trees. That's the one for this immediate action. You could go to East River Park Action, or my name is Eileen Miles, and just go to my address and stuff. And anything you want to know about this park will be there on the street.
You know where we are.